This band, I thought it was brand. Okay. Okay, let me test my mic. Test my mic. Test my mic. You've been in the storm, and it seems like forever. Okay. Can't hear myself. Hi to you. Animal all sucks. Hi to you also. All right, I'm coming to you shortly. Coming to you shortly. Have some, as the pastors would say, I have a word for you tonight, and I'll be out of here so I can get some sleep that is long overdue. But I'll come into you shortly. Bear with me. Okay.
Hey, it's your girl, The Flame, and you are now in tune to the Avril Show. Keep it locked right here.
Blessing to you also, Lady Flame. Need to talk to you after the show. Good night to you, Cousin Pearl. Miss you, miss you, miss you. You hear me loud and clear. Thank you so much. Thank you for letting me know that. Okay. So I definitely need to speak to you, Flame, right after the show.
Hey, it's your girl, The Flame, and you are now in tune to the Avril Show. Keep it locked right here. Hey, it's your girl, The Flame, and you are now in tune to the Avril Show. Keep it locked right here.
All right, Saint-Kitts, get ready for me because, get ready for me, Saint-Kitts. I told you, people, do not mess with anyone that God called to do his work. I may not be all that to many, but do not mess with anyone that God called to do his work for his glory. You mess with me so long that God is showing up and showing out. I hear tonight, hi to you also, Noel Brown. Good evening to you. I am coming to you tonight, whether you say hello on the screen or you're just watching privately. I appreciate you. I'm going to talk tonight some things. I'm coming from the scripture and the word that does not yet written in the Bible. But this is a word from God that is not written in the Bible. We're going to talk about it tonight. I am so tired, and I'm hearing from people, you need to rest, you need to rest. Yes, I need to rest. And I am going to do that. I try hard today. I got a little rest and it came back.
Hey, it's your girl, The Flame, and you are now in tune to the Avril Show. Keep it locked right here.
Keep it locked right here. We're going to talk. I am going to speak and I'm going to get it out. And I don't want a soul to miss what I have to say or to repeat what I say differently from how I say it. Okay? That's all I'm going to say to you right now. But we are going into a scripture that is not written in the Bible. But the one thing I'm going to say to you all people is do not mess with people that God called to do his work for his glory. Do not mess with the people that you feel is not so important, but God is using them. Do not mess with people that God has an anointing on their life. Do not mess with the people that God put out here to do things that many of you cannot do, can't think about. Yes, I'll call you after, Flame. Yes, you understand? A lot of you sit down and take your people for granted. But I am here tonight to say I come publicly to thank everybody tonight. If I start calling names, I'm going to hear that I forgot somebody. But I have to personally make sure that I thank my camera guy, Alan, Troy. Thank you that when I call on you guys, you don't ask a question or you say, I'm there, and you are there. I could never leave you out. If I was to make it in this life, you wouldn't have to ask if you need because you will have it. Sometimes it's when your back is up against the wall and you're going through your storm, is when God using that time to show you who is the people you got, who you need to take off your ship, and who you have to remain with. Do not let what you go through in life ever make you feel like you can't do a show tonight that I'm doing because I'm going through so much. I thank the people that say I didn't reach out to you because you was going through too much. Thank you. I'm going to thank you. You help me to grow and be better. You understand? Let me tell you something. Sasha, Nolan, big up yourself. I didn't expect to see you at that funeral, girl. Oh, you came all the way from Jersey, if that's where you still live, but you came. You see, to my friends, my supporters, those people that walk in that church that I didn't have a chance to hug or say thank you, I'm publicly saying thank you for coming out. What amazed me is the funeral had over 400 people at the funeral. And sometimes it's hard to find 100 people to come out to support a cause. You wish you could have made it. NMO sucks. Listen, you may not have been there. You may not have been there. But if you was there in spirit and you know why you couldn't be there, don't feel bad that you couldn't be there. There's reason you couldn't be there, but you wish you could have been there. Don't feel bad about it. She was well loved. She wasn't a saint like myself or Lorraine or none of us. We're not saints. But the good outweigh the bad. When you see that church and the pouring of support, the people that cook, the people that went out there and say, Avril, I got this. I got you. On behalf of my family, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you that when I felt I was getting a beat down and I felt I was going through it and I felt I was alone and I felt so much negative around me, God, you show up on Saturday, July 20th, and laid Natalie to rest in comfort and class and style. I want to thank Abina and Noma, everyone who sang. My cousin Eldon, who fly from St. Thomas to read a scripture. The people that came from St. Kitts and Trinidad and Antigua and all over the globe who didn't think about the price of a ticket. Some people that call me from St. Kitts, they don't even know my number. They inbox me on Facebook. They want to be there. What can I do? That's when the tears flow. Because sometimes you think it's the people that close to you who's going to be there for you, but God send them from near and far and wide. They come. But I want to tell people, Joe did a video, and I'm going to talk about it tonight. And someone accused me and said, Joe is my radio co-host. So they was wondering if I asked Joe to do that video. I want to say to you all people out there, accusation is a serious thing. Joe did that video. Joe the barber is Joe the barber. But let me tell you all something. Joe did that. Joe didn't even speak to me because I was going through what I'm going through. Joe did what he had to do and what he felt like doing. I may not have liked it because at the time, I know his intention. I know what he was trying to say because Natalie been there for everybody. If it wasn't to feed, clothes, put a roof over their head, even when she can't afford a roof over her head, she wasn't going to let you know, but she was going to welcome you in. So Joe was speaking based on the fact that he knows she did a lot. And he felt that everybody needs to come out, support her, and be there. So when he said the word dig deep into your pocket, had nothing to do with the family begging money to bury Natalie, because her father is not somebody that don't have money to bury his daughter. Okay? The family didn't even look into her insurance. Her father said, I'll take care of my daughter. So when people were talking and thinking that what Joe did was a matter of they're picking up money for Natalie, no. He was speaking based on her life and the fact that she helps so many people. She's always cooking for people. She's always doing all this for people. So he said, dig deep. That means give the best you got to help her. But let me tell you something. Joe family, I didn't have to ask them. All I tell them, whatever they're going to do, let me know so we could organize it right. But I didn't have to ask them because I know they was going to do it. The Tweed and the Mason, the Canna group, the people who come who I didn't even recognize can cook. They was pouring in their love. Natalie had two repasts, one at the church, one that I thought I wouldn't go to at the backyard because I don't go to backyard, but I went to support her father. And let me tell you something. It was like a homecoming all over again. The people that was there Saturday night, I didn't get home until, I don't know, my feet was swollen. Everything about me was off track. But the pain didn't matter for Natalie. Because Natalie, I'm going to tell you, I didn't have to tell anybody. She'll curse you out. She's not afraid to tell you two words, two choice words that she can't tell me. But that doesn't say she don't give me my words when she's supposed to give it to me. But because the people know the heart that she had is why she had the turnout she had. If I had a concert or a fundraising event and full a church the way Natalie filled that church for her funeral, we as a people will get so far in life. If I was to do something in honor of Natalie, which is coming, stay tuned, because Natalie death has made a tiger out of me. I sat here and I tell people I was going to St. Kitts June 29th. Natalie asked me what I'm up to. Everybody wants to know. And I know if Y Young is out there listening, she can voice for me, and my brother can voice for me that I was coming to St. Kitts June 29th. And I had a conversation with the Premier of Nevis, the Prime Minister's son, and Pastor Connor. And I'm saying it after the fact. But let me tell you, when God is planning things for you and you think you're planning things for yourself, God will put all kind of obstacle in your way when he see you going where he don't want you to go. So people, let me tell you tonight, I didn't make it to St. Kitts because I could not afford to leave here. And Natalie closed her eyes. And I was leaving the 29th, and her sister can tell everybody, I said, I can't do it. I started taking pictures of my luggage pack, sending it to people and joking and laughing, pack and going nowhere. And I said to my brother, Clive Keynes, I don't think I'm going to do this. It don't look good. But now that I didn't make it, it turned into something even greater. So let me tell you, when people let you down, good night, Nadine, don't make me cry. Don't make me cry. Avril, you like too much confusion. Um, con- I don't understand, Sophia, how confusion come in this. But if that's the word you plan to write it again. If this, see what I'm talking about? You're saying something positive. Avril, you like too much confusion. Maybe confusion in the West Indian term is something different, but we got to be careful how we word what we're saying when we say it, because sometimes you mean good and somebody else read it and it comes off negative. This is not confusion. Okay? What God put me to do here and what God ordered me to do in the island of St. Kitts and Nevis, I must admit to you, that is not confusion, because where God took this now is bigger than what I thought. So let me tell you something, my people. I can't thank everybody, but I'm going to say this. As I said to Joe about Joe, what Joe meant is just like everybody say. She deserved everything that you can have. Dig deep. He wasn't talking about the family need money to bury Natalie. Okay? He didn't say that. So what I'm saying to you tonight, pay attention to my words tonight. I can't call people name one by one because the chef, the servers, Pastor Judith Esdell, you deliver a message. Because even at the graveyard, her message was like a joke to us. We can't remember people from home. I don't know people by name. I know their face. And they said to me, what's my name? I said, I don't know, but I remember your face. Natalie, you reunite us, join us together. You know how many times that girl cursed kind of people out, cursed Joe the Barber out, cursed people out. I ain't cooking no more for them. I ain't doing this. She was frustrated. She was dealing with a lot. And yes, she felt she should be more appreciated. But sometimes I must admit to you, Natalie have turned down things where people have said to her, we want to honor you. I don't want it. Keep your honoring. And she give you the words behind it. But people don't know that. But let me tell you something, my people. Sophia, I must tell you this. This is not confusion. This is confusion with with a twist on it. And as I said to you, remember, people think the word confusion mean you're saying something negative. Okay? Hannah, Marlene, the Tweeds and the Mason, Marlene Mason and all of them, Sheila Barrett, Sonia Merritt, I take my hat off to you. Anybody tell Sonia, I say, I learned from Natalie funeral that I tell people all the time, walk in your lane and where God called you to be, and you would never stumble. Even though I was organizing, I was saying to the people, you deal with the food. I don't deal with food. I'm putting you in charge of that, and I walk away. When you know people's strength, allow them to work in it, and things will be awesome. You would never have problems in your life. If you are a booking agent, Leonie, book your flights. Nadine, if all you can do is hug me when you see me, hug me when you see me. I know when I see you, I'm going to get my hug. Jill, Lavon, Blandina, Des, everybody who stand up there serving at Crawford Memorial Church. Thank you. I couldn't ask for better. Problem Phipps, thank you. Running and getting ice, jumping, take my car, drive my people, doing what I have to do. Thanks to Crawford Methodist Church and to the people who watch the stream. I could have done, I didn't have to do the stream because I was having so much technical issues. But I prefer you see the crowd and see what's going on than not do the stream. Remember, we are dealing with an older church and we are dealing with a church that is not so techy. So you cannot sit back and think that everything you see you can judge from the outside when you're not there knowing what people are going through on the inside. And that's what we as a people have to do. At first, when the stream started, people said, oh my God, there's no volume. Put up the volume. And we're busy behind it trying to work to even get a stream up. They're screaming about an audio. Just give people time in life. Okay? So I come here tonight to say thank you. Let people walk in their gift and their calling. And one thing I learned about at that funeral, even more than before, know your villagers. Know your villagers. When you're doing things in life, know your villagers. And your villagers are those people who got you. Those people, let me tell you something. The people I love the most is the people I fight with the most. People do not understand. If I don't love you, I don't waste time to argue and fight with you and defend myself with you. You got to understand when you have a set of people around you that you could fight with and argue with and come to a conclusion and move on, and everybody understand each other after that, and we hug and we continue. Those are the people you want in your life. You have some people. I got up this morning. I cried so much. I felt so down because I didn't sleep last night. Up worried about my family who's traveling and stuck at LaGuardia and can't get out, and going through my emotion and everything kicking in, and the Natalie syndrome and everything that I was going through start hitting me this morning. And I was like a child who a mother trying to get to go to sleep. She tired, but she can't get to sleep. No matter how I try last night into this morning, I could not sleep. And I said, I want a drink. I want something to drink that could knock me out. And I got on Facebook. I said, I don't care. And I wrote and I said, I cry so much today. I don't want to write this, but I'm going to do it because it's the truth. And sometimes we got to encourage people by just saying, it's a bad day. I'm going through a storm. Because sometimes people are going through a storm, and you know why they don't say anything? Because we as a people, the first thing we do, they're looking for attention. She wants people to feel sorry for her. Those are the things you would hear. Oh, she doing that. She probably looking people to feel sorry for her. She probably, no. That is why suicide is on the rise. That is why mental illness and depression is on the rise. You know why? People are holding everything inside. They are afraid to cry out. They don't want people to know what they're going through. They are ashamed. They want to look good every day. They want people to think the sun shine on them every day, but the sun shine on the just and the unjust. But it doesn't mean that we are not going through a storm. But because I get up today and I do this show tonight, Avril is okay. I saw her. She was on her live. She did a show, so she's okay. She's doing good. And they don't realize this is something I just have to do. It's my show over 22 years that I have been doing. So I don't let my obstacles stop me from encouraging someone else or doing what God called me to do. Maybe when I get off of here, I go back into my crying mood. But what happened to people? We as a people, we sit down and the minute somebody cry out, oh, she looking attention. Oh, what happened to her now? It's always something with her. And I could imagine, but I do not care. Because you know why? I shed those tears. I prayed. And I got one phone call. And I know Alga is out there. Alga, thank you that I fell asleep on you. And when she started talking to me, I never knew my sleep could be so sweet today. I got about 3 hours sleep today. And I woke up feeling like a champion. I said, God, thank you for 3 hours of rest that I haven't gotten over a week. But the minute you cry out, people have everything negative. That's why our people hold on to what we are going through on the inside. Okay, Josh. Okay. So the problem that I'm having is that we as a people don't know how to hold each other, comfort each other, support each other. And the biggest problem I have is that you're going through something and people going to tell you, well, I didn't call you because I know you was going through a lot. If you don't even get the person, when that person see that you try to call and you reach out, do you know how it fills their heart to know that you show your care, you show concern, but you don't call somebody because they're going through something. Then when the person get over their storm, what are you calling them to talk about? When you already get over it, you don't want to go back talking about it. You're moving forward. So don't come to me with it after you get over it. When you see your brothers and sister going through something, Curtis Crook, Nandi, Vicky Walters, that's the time you pick up the phone. If they don't answer, leave a message to say, I know you're going through it, but I'm just letting you know I'm here. Reach out to them. That's the time. It might be that one phone call that saved that person. But you wait till the person back on their feet to hug them and embrace them and say, I didn't reach out to you because I know you were going through a lot. Do you know at the funeral, people come to me and say, I wanted to sing. Can I sing? I want to do this at a funeral. But I was sitting down planning a service under stress. Can't think about who I should call, who should do this, but I was just going along. Then all of a sudden, I get a phone call. Then I pick up the phone and say, can you do this for me? Sure, I got you. And I just did it. Nobody can come after something is done to say they want to do it. It's when you're doing it, you want that support. My people, we got to change our mentality. We got to change the way we do things as a people. We got to love each other in such a way that we don't love them when they're going 6 feet. I couldn't even watch Natalie go 6 feet. I walk away. I thought that I would refuse to believe that they're burying her. I didn't want to see it. I just wanted to believe I'm just not seeing her, but I don't want to remember where I left her. But people don't understand how you do the things you do. And somebody might say, why are you walking away? You're not going to watch them burying her? You cannot tell people how to deal with pain. Give a word of encouragement sometime, but you cannot tell people how to deal with pain. I sat there for weeks and forgot I got bills to pay. I got work to do. I can't do what I need to do. And the people that showed up at the funeral, and there is people who want to be there but just couldn't be there, and you can't hold it against them. But at the same time, there's some people right there who just wouldn't go because the only thing they'll remember, some people probably say, oh, she cursed me out the last time, I'm not going. But let me tell you something, we all have our day. Natalie curse you and she will fed you and she will feed you and she will clothe you and she will shelter you. Just like my brother, Fat Boy. Curse me 2 minutes and next minute ask me if I need anything. We hold on to malice. We hold on to anger. We hold on to these things. Oh, I don't talk to him anymore because he said the worst thing to me. I didn't like it. And that person don't even know what they said to you is the worst thing and that he affecting you. But you don't take time to say, we need to talk. I need to tell you what you said to me that it offended me. We hold on to anger and the person don't even know we're angry at them. Let me tell you something. Natalie, debt have stimulated something inside of me, put me on a different track, make me drop some things. And I'm telling you, I said, even the WhatsApp number I have, it got to be gone. I don't need everybody communication. I don't need everybody having ties to my life anymore. I don't need to help everybody. I need to think about me. I need to think about me for once in my life and ask God to utilize my service for his glory. You can't help everybody. You help everybody like Natalie, and you will lay 6 feet. And when they will put flowers on your grave and walk away, they're gone to live their life, and some don't even look back. Let me tell you something. Know who to have on your ship. Know who to ride or call your ride or die. Stop calling everybody friend. We all have friends for different levels. And remember one thing I'm going to say. Family is not always tied to your blood. We have a tendency to think because people is your blood. Oh, yeah, that's my cousin. That's my sister. That's my brother. Some of us are suffering because of family. Some of us are going through depression because of family. Some of us are suffering deep down inside because of our very own family and blood. So let me tell you something. Natalie death opened me up so wide. I told Olga today, I feel like I'm an animal, a tiger. I feel there's something about me that is not real. If I got to get psychological counseling and help, I'll do it. I'm proud enough to do it because maybe I need it. And I'm not afraid to sit down, as I told my doctor, yep, I'll come and see you and talk with you so I could lay my tears on you. Because if I go to crying somebody else, they might tell me, well, girl, I'm going through my own stuff. But do you know how sometimes people call me and I'm going through stuff? People call me all when I'm burying Natalie to tell me they're going through stuff. I need your help. And I say, I got you. Just let me get you this. And I ain't forget. I'll be there, but I got to take time for me. I got to breathe. I got to sleep. I got to get my body back together. The bags from under my eye, and all these stuff. I need me now. So all the people that I used to think that helping people, oh, you better do it. God gonna bless you. You in the church, oh, do it for God. What God has to do with you? Tearing down yourself, stressing out yourself, whether it's church or family or friends who don't appreciate you. What's the purpose of people using God in everything? God has nothing to do with our stupidity sometimes. Because some of the things we do have nothing to do with God. Some people, you do things like me. I'm doing what I'm doing. And the first thing you're afraid to tell people what you're doing. Because if you say it, or what people mindset, oh, she looking for praise, she looking for this, there's some people do things and it's point blank out. They're doing it for praise. They're doing it to get somebody to pat them and, oh, you did a great job. And there's some people just going along doing what they got to do because just that. They're just doing it. They don't want nothing out of it. Somebody gave me something. They say, hey, no, no, no. You don't have to say I gave it to you. Just do what you have to do. I don't need that. You don't even have to mention it. Just do what you have to do. But I just like to thank people publicly. But the minute you try to do that, people think, oh, she just doing it. She just looking for people to say she do this. She doing this. Let me tell you something. Our Caribbean people, Our West Indian people, sometimes I see why a black woman got a white man and a white man got a black woman. Because sometimes our own race make us run from our own. You are most loved sometimes by a stranger than your own people. You are most loved by a stranger than your own family. And let me tell you, if you want to know what life is all about, go to a funeral. Go to a funeral or get sick or be homeless. If you want to know how much you love, need a roof over your head. That's why I give Natalie credit. The people, I see some young men at Natalie funeral came all the way from St. Kitts to tell me when I was in New York, she put me up. She took care of me. People reaching out to me on Facebook, Miranda, telling me, calling people, telling me, inboxing me on Facebook. She was there for me. When I was in New York, she fed me. So precious people telling me things where I say, I never heard about these people. They're not going to lie. People spend their money, come up from St. Kitts to be at Natalie funeral. I have an event here where Natalie helped me with every year. And some of these people won't even spend $100 to come there to support and say, because of Natalie, I'm coming to support. But some people come to support Natalie in her casket. I said, what the heck is going on? Why we live in people don't support one another now? That when we lay, we could cry in peace, we could hug in peace, but we hugging with guilt, we hugging with shame, we hugging people when people dead. Oh, the worst thing is when people die. Then you hear family and friends saying, we got to live better. We can't continue this. Give them 1 week for the flowers to blow away for the grave. We're back to the same crab in a barrel mentality. We are back to living the same way. We're not hugging. We don't look back 1 year later and say, because of Natalie, we are closer. Look what Natalie did. That's the kind of thing I want. But don't fake it. Because, see, I don't care if you're my brother or you're my sister. If you don't treat me right in life, don't come at my funeral. And the worst thing is when somebody come at your funeral. When never treat you right, don't know if you were eating bread, don't talk to you, don't even call you. But they up there and they want to go up, go sing song, read scripture, talk good, read some poem where they get off of YouTube. That not happen, you know. And I tell somebody, Natalie burial and service was for Natalie, not me. You see, a lot of us want to exalt ourselves when we see crowd. When you see crowd of people, people want to be up in everything. And the same Natalie was sitting down here going through her storm. And those people wouldn't even look upon her 2 times. They're going to tell you, she mouth too fresh. Me not talk to her because she this and that. Nothing wrong with that. What about you who are thief? What about you who is a whoremonger? We gotta watch every day do wrong, but you are busy to tell people what they're doing wrong. It doesn't matter how people live their life. If you don't like it, it's fine. But when people dead, stay out at the funeral because if you can't come to my wedding, right? Some of you get married, you all will even go to Mexico, you all don't want to invite certain people. But you all will come back here and want people give her your envelope. That's a different story now. Me not get in there because me not Kamala Harris, because that's another story too. We're going to talk about that. And I'm not President Joe Biden, so we're going to talk about that. That's another story. But I came here tonight to say publicly thank you and hope that we get something out of a funeral and we use it to better our life, the way we live with each other. I didn't say if you can't live good with somebody and people not willing to live good with you, you must go bend down and clean their shoes and beg them, because we like them sympathy thing, that because we just come out of a funeral, we have to go make up to this person and make up with it, and that is temporary. Because deep down inside, we still mad with the person, we still angry with the person, but we got a funeral now, and all of we feel guilty. So we acting like, we here and we love each other for a moment. And after 1 week, you say, where is the phone calls? The worst time for a funeral is after the person lays 6 feet and you're home alone and nobody calling you and you're going through your breakdown and you're crying alone. That's when God is showing you who you have. But you have some people who just constantly there. You don't have to hear from people every day. But you have some family members from Facebook come. Vandel from Facebook come. Family don't call each other no more. We don't talk. We're lonely as hell because social media is where we communicate. Social media is where they see. I see Avril, man, she all right. She look a little stressed though. She have some bags under her eyes. She like she not sleeping. But they ain't call you one time to say, I could see you. You look like you're not getting sleep. You look like you're going through a lot. So I just want you to know, a call to see how you're doing. Is there anything you need? Would you like to have lunch? Would you like? You don't hear them things. But they're all on social media, reading your post, reading your comment, and they say you are okay. Because I post up something, I even post things funny when I'm going through my storm. It don't stop me. It don't stop me from helping somebody because I'm going through a storm. But you got to take care of yourself first. And I'm not saying I lay here and I watch Natalie lay in a hospital. And when I see her look at her phone and her phone ring, when her phone rang, let me use proper English, and she look at it, but Lord, she couldn't even answer the phone. I said, my God. But some people were killing me. They said, tired calling her, she not answering her phone. Me ain't calling her no more. And let me tell you something. Somebody screenshot a message and sent me. And I tell you all, people are wicked out there. Stop texting people. You see people you can't trust, stop text them. When they can talk, tell them call you. Even though some people wicked, depend the phone a tape. You have some people out there. You're dead and gone, and they're playing back things, and they screenshot stuff, and they have all kind. Me wonder why people are save things on the phone. That 5 years ago you text them something, and they could come bring it up 5 years later, show somebody. They save things to use against you. Stop text people. Cut out of the texting if you don't have to. Say things to them that they could show anybody, but it cannot bring down your life and destroy you. No have conversation in a text with nobody. Know who to trust in conversation. Some people are in the texting and they looking ammunition against you. Do not let it happen to you, Claudette Tyson. Gloria Wilkerson, don't let it happen to you. I am saying tonight, if you text me good morning, it's fine. Nobody has sent me these, and I'm saying it to everybody who want to get upset. Stop sending me them load of flyers from my phone that Jesus said this and all them foolishness. Because sometimes you get it from 50 people in one day, and sometimes you want to know if it's a fast forward thing. They just send you all these things every morning. And half of them no read the Bible, half of them no pray, half of them no read it. Somebody send it to them. And they just think they could send it to all their friends. Stop sending me them things. I don't like it. I don't. Sometimes some of them come and it's so uplifting. You could read it. But some of them send you some long stuff that you don't have time to read. And it's a constantly, if you don't watch it, it's black, black, black. They send you 3 and 4 of them. When 10 more people send you, your phone clog up, your phone mess up, you're getting too much nonsense. Listen, it's time for we to going back to picking up a phone and calling each other. If it's even once a month, my God. But you're going to tell me you're gone a whole year where you not talk to a friend, but you're talking to them every day on Facebook. Every day you pan the page. Love you. Some of them can't even tell you they love you in public. They're in your inbox telling you happy birthday, love you, you're doing a good job. but you have a Facebook post where they're supposed to respond to. They don't. Everyone prayer and good, you mean. Okay? Mary Sue, not everybody can pray for you. When I was in the hospital with Natalie, I said, sit down and pray. Because God gonna hear her prayer, you know. God ain't hear me praying for Natalie and answering. God will answer my prayer. But Natalie got to also pray. And when I ask people, how many of you know Natalie was baptized? A lot of them say, you were joking. I said, no, she was baptized. Not because her mouth slipped sometime, but she had time on her deathbed to say, Father, have mercy upon me. God, I can't take this no more. You understand? Everything I went through in the hospital mentally, it's affecting me. And I am proud to say you hear about mental illness is different from a mental illness. If you have a loved one sick and you got to be there every day, you watch them go down to nothing until they close their eye, it can mentally mess you up. It can affect you for the rest of your life, whether it's good or bad. Don't let people make you feel when you say you feel down. You're afraid to tell people you feel down. Oh, stop using the word. Stop using the word mental illness. Stop. No, it's been around for years. But now they put a name to it. We're afraid. But every day we are sitting down watching people committing suicide, young people shooting each other, killing one another. And you think these young people just take up a gun today and just say, I'm going to go out and kill somebody? Something trigger that. It's different levels of mental illness. Some of us get up and we cry and we don't know what we're crying for. We sad on the inside and we are going through it. Some people not working. Some people having a hard time. Not even in the church, they know you're having a hard time because we go in there and we get a word from the Lord and we sing a song that the hymn just get to us and we break down in tears. And people don't know the song. It just go through your body because of what you're going through. And God used that song to break the yoke and get the tears out. And you may go home feeling like a different person. Sometimes people call you and have a conversation with you. When you finish, you say, thank you. I just needed that. Be careful who in your ears. Be careful who's speaking to you. Because it might be a time you're going through a rough time and they call you with some negative and some stuff in your ears that when you finish, you feel like you just want to kill yourself. They don't bring no substance to your life. You need people who could pray for you. Don't tell me I'm praying for you, but I can't hear it. Some people just write that on Facebook. Oh, you in my prayers. And when they're done, they're going to go do what they do. They forget they wrote that on Facebook. But you need friends in your life. That one friend that's going to call and pray with you and encourage you. And when you finish, you say, my God, that's all I needed. People, I let my cousin Natalie's death, Natalie Francis' death, bring a change in my life. It's going to be for the better. But some people are going to lose out because some things I have to drop. Some things I have to walk away from and allow myself to be used by God for His glory and to help others who need my help. I don't think my people really need my help. Some people take you for granted. You don't mean nothing to them. You understand? You don't mean nothing to them until somebody else capture you. And look, wanted to go to St. Kitts June 20th. And all the plans I had, God turned it around. Where one person came here for Natalie's funeral and grabbed it and took it. And I said, you got it. And I'm going to make sure that you get it done. God sent that person to the funeral. Don't know my plans that was set for St. Kitts. And the person responded to me the quickest, Premier Mark Brantley. And when I said I'm going to do what I'm going to do, I don't talk anymore my plans because you can't trust everybody who is listening. And out of nowhere, this person didn't know my plans, called me and say, I would like to do A and B. And I said, my God, it could only be you. So when God is using me, You all could call me crazy. You all could look at me. I'm not looking for nobody to pat me in the back. I don't want publicity. I'm not looking for ratings. I got my own platform if I want ratings. I'm not looking for that. I may not have 10,000 people listening. I may not have 5,000 people commenting, but the one person that I can help on this platform is who God sent me to help. That's all that matters. So every one of you who sit down and see your brothers and sisters trying to get somewhere, trying to do something, and you all feel with your jealousy and red eye and cut eye, and don't think it's friends alone. You have some family who just look at you. I sure have some family members who don't even watch my show. They take you for granted. Oh, here's my family. Girl, me not have time to listen to her. She crazy. Yeah, it's my cousin. But you know who they're listening to? Somebody else who bring in them foolishness, or just act like it's politics you're talking, or you're cussing somebody, or you're talking somebody business. You understand? They go and listen to them, but their very own, they don't support. Their very own, they don't support. Adeline Mills, I know you got me, girl. I ain't got to worry. If I don't have no family, I got you. You understand? Your very own, they don't support. Some people don't even know. I'm here, spend most of my days helping people, helping people. And sometimes I say, I don't think God called me here to work. He called me to help people. And if that's what he called me to do, he prepare and he provide for me. I got a roof over my head. Nobody know how I do it. I get up every day, and because I'm smiling and encouraging and helping people, people think Avril got it. She ain't need nothing. God, I know. Sometimes 4th of July, Thanksgiving, everything. I'm right in this house by myself, watching a movie, relaxing. You know what people say to me after? Girl, I think you was out there because I know you know so much people. You're all over the place. Girl, I know you wasn't bored. Girl, this, they take you for granted because you are so independent. You are not telling people, you're not begging. They want you to beg. And that's when they believe you're having a hard time. Instead of saying, you do so much for everybody. Here, I brought you this. Here, I know you do this. Here, let me say, oh my God, thank you. No, they say she's all right. She driving a car that don't belong to me, a car that I don't own. Some people say, girl, you driving brand new car. You this. I don't own it. It's not mine. I'm doing it for my community. I'm trying to help my community to get cars. I'm trying to work with companies to say, work with my people. I'm trying to open doors for people while doors are shut in my face sometimes. But let me tell you all, people, again, there's so much I got to talk about. But tonight was especially to talk about Natalie Francis and what God called me to do on her behalf. Let me tell you something. I'm starting to take care of me now. Like Adeline would say, take care of yourself. You got to take care of yourself. And I recognize that now because when I was running to the hospital to ICU every day, there's days I say, God, I'm tired. But He kept me. I don't think I did it because I'm so strong. People say, girl, you're strong. Have nothing to do with strength. It have to do with God grace. He know what I'm doing. I'm not doing it to get a pat on my back, get a good name and all that. That's not why I was running. I was running because I love her. I was running because I know when the time come, God is going to send somebody to do it for me. I know that it's going to happen. I may not have a big funeral like Natalie. I may not have a big wedding. But I know one thing I have is the few people that hold me up every day to keep me going, and God continue to use me to bless others. That's why He keep a roof over my head, food on my table, and I don't have to say I'm homeless. That is more than the money, because some of us going to work our behind off and we will never enjoy retirement. So be careful of the life you live. It's now you need to live your life, not when you retire. Live it now. Do like Adeline, always on trips, always going somewhere. Live your life and stop saying, when I retire, I'm going to take a trip to Paris. When I retire, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. Who tell you that you have retirement coming? Who tell you, Everett Patrick? Who tell you anymore socks, Vandel, that you have a retirement coming? Live your life every day. If you buy clothes, wear it. If you buy a sheet, put it on your bed. If you buy shoes, wear it. Don't let people fool you like back in the days. Put it up for later. Save that for later. Use it now. On behalf of Natalie Francis, the Avril you used to know no longer exists. It don't no longer exist. I feel I was giving too much of me. She did all that she can do. And I'm not angry she did what she had to do. But sometimes we do for the wrong people. I've learned so much through her on her sick bed that every time I cry, it's because what I'm holding on to on the inside. Many of you think you could fool me, but you can't. Not anymore. So if your guilt is going to kill you, I'm going to pray for you. But I know one thing I learn now is who the real people are. Friendship goes a long way. You could party with people for 50 years and your 51st birthday, you lay on your back sick. You don't see them. There was only your party friends. And you think they were your friend. But the minute you can't hang with them anymore, you're going to know who your real friends and your real people are. So I'm going to warn you that this little show that I do is not about me. This show is brought to you by people who see the good in me and believe in me and there to help me to do the things I want to do. These are the people that make it happen. When you know the businesses that is out here helping me, those are the people you support. Because when you need help, I can go to them and tell them I need help for my community. Okay? So, Everett Patrick and everyone and my cancer foundation that you all see me every year fighting so hard to help scholarship, help people to just uplift each other and encourage each other. Be a part of the movement. Stop watching me. I'm not doing anything. This foundation don't pay me. My camera guys, my DJ Chico and everybody, they're giving back. They feel good doing this every year. They look forward to it. I look forward to lifting people up, helping people, showcasing people, shine the light on people. It's not about me. Viewer Forbes, you know how we do it. It's not about me. Sometimes when I'm going through stuff, the people that come through first for me put me in shock mode. I don't talk to them every day. I don't see them every day. But when there's a need, they're the first to be there. Those are my villagers. So when you all think you are sitting on Facebook and you are looking for friends and talk, but you all have 3,000 friends and 4,000 friends, call on them when you need and see how much will answer. You need to know your villagers. You need to know your supporters and stop worrying about who don't support you. Know your supporters. There's a change in my life that getting ready to happen, and it's only for God's glory. You understand? It's only for God's glory. So don't sit back and think that Natalie's death. I was angry. I was going through a lot of emotions, even just trying to stream it. Somebody came over and said at the funeral, oh, they say you were sitting on the side where the family wasn't. What happened? How can I sit on the side with family when I'm streaming the service? But people take everything and they're ready to make something out of it. They even think, oh, I'm over. Why Avril over there when the family should be over? Common sense, I'm streaming. But we only listen to negative, but we don't listen to truth and we don't listen to facts. Nandi, Claudia Tyson, let me tell you something. Wake up. Wake up. Because we kill ourselves for the wrong people. Natalie died, and I must let you know, I sure some of the people that she helped today was not that funeral. Some of them probably was even mad with her before she even died, and some probably mad because they didn't even know that she was dying. And she didn't tell me. I didn't know this. And they didn't even know, she couldn't even tell them. Common sense isn't always common, Vandal. And I learned that. So I, with my bags under my eye and my sleepless nights, yes, Chirita, yes, I hear you. And you is Natalie twin sister. And every day she tell you need to eat. You need to eat. You're not sleeping. You're not eating. I can't. I try. I love to eat and I just can't do it. But God is keeping me. And every time I get a nap, I take it. I'll get back there. Continue to pray for me as we pray for each other. And because of Natalie, I'm going to tell you one thing. I got some stories coming to you, words of encouragement, because we got to change the mindset that we're in. Change our mindset. Stop judging people by the way they look. Stop judging people. Read the book before you judge the cover of the book. God bless you. Thank you for watching. Have a good night. I love you. Thank you, Lorraine.